Good morning, my wonderful students. This is Mrs. Oduma Vivian, your home economics teacher. I'm here to teach JSS1 students on the topic Basic Sewing Processes 2. Basic Sewing Processes 2. Remember, in our last class, we discussed Basic Sewing Processes 1, where we discussed about permanent stitches and temporary stitches. But today, we are going to discuss about decorative stitches under Basic Sewing Processes 2. Yes, but before then, I would like to tell you that I miss you all. I know by now all of you must have been missing school, but not to worry. Always go to your website, key in, read your notes, watch your video clips, and do your assignments. And get ready for your CB test because very soon it will start. All right? All right. Now, our topic today, as I said, is basic sewing processes 2. This is the topic of today, as you can see. All right, let us look at the objective of this topic. I want at the end of this lesson, all the students will be able to define decorative stitches. Be able to define decorative stitches and define seams. You'll be able to know the list of decorative stitches. You'll be able to state the types of seams and mention choice of seams. Yes, these are the things I want you to know by the end of this class. Okay, let's be going down. Now, what is decorative stitches? Decorative stitches or simple embroidery, you can call it embroidery. These are used for decorating garments. It's used for decorating garments. Yet, some can be used for finishing raw edges. What do I mean by decorative stitches? You can see some native wears that we are wearing. Sometimes you see that they designed it at the neck, even at the ankle, at the end of the hand. If it is short sleeve, you see that they designed it here, some down the top, down the trouser. They will give it a unique design. It is called decorative or embroidery stitches. Then, what do we mean by seam? Seams are used to create two or more lines or layers by joining two or more pieces of fabrics together. All right, now let me take you to where you will know what seam is all about. Go to your jean material, that is your jean trousers or skirts or gown. You will see that in some place, they will sew two lines as if they sew it double. It is not. It is a design that is called seam. That design is called seams. It's called seams. Yes, that is seams. Now let's go to types of decorative stitches. We have loop stitches, we have stem stitches, chain stitches, feather stitches, French knot stitch, and flare stitches, herringbone stitches, cross stitches. These are the types of decorative stitches. But we're going to take and look into some because of your level of class at this point. Yes, but before then, there's this video of decorative stitches that I want us to watch. It will actually help us a lot in knowing these decorative stitches the more. Yes, I want us to watch this video. It will help us in learning more about decorative stitches. Now, the lady is trying to sew running stitches. Running stitches. Watch the lady very closely. You can see how it's passing the needle and thread in and outside the fabric. in order to make a stitch. Wow, I know you are watching her. Watch her very closely. This one is called running stitches. It's a very simple stitches that you are, yes, he has finished it. You can use it to fold two or more fabrics together. It's about starting back stitch. It started from the back, passing the needle and thread, putting it again. All right. Yes. You can see the way is opposite the running stitches. If I may say, if you look at it very closely, what she's doing is opposite the running stitches. Because he started it from the back, now passing the needle and thread to the front. Wow, interesting. Back stitches. It's done with back stitch. Now it's about starting split stitch. Split stitch. Let us watch her closely. It started from the back. Now, it's still working on it. It's still working on it. You can see, trying to put the needle in between the thread. Trying to put the needle in between the thread. Push it very closely. Yes. Split stitch. Wow. It's done with split stitch. It's about starting another stitch. Let's see the stitches. Stem stitch. That's nice. Stem stitch. Watch her as she go about that. Yes. She uses one of her fingers to hold down the thread. Wow. And she's passing the needle and thread. Are you watching with me? Yes. Wow. I hope you are watching it very closely. Stem stitch. Stem stitch. Yeah, it's done with stem stitch. It's going into French knot stitch. French knot stitch. Yes. Watch how she's producing the French knot stitch. You can see after rolling the needle 3 times, we will now pass the needle down to the back of the fabric. Wow. She has formed the knot. She has formed the knot. All right. Wow. 2, 3. Fasten the needle now. You draw your needle. Wow. Another knot has been formed. That is French knot stitch. Wow. She's done with French knot stitch. She's about doing chain stitch. I love this stitch very well, my dear. You wash very well because I might give you assignment on it. I love it. Very unique. They are all fine, beautiful. Oh, look at it. This is very simple. Wow. Still doing the work. Chain stitch. Wow. This is this chain stitch. You can see it's about doing feather stitch. Feather stitch. Feather stitch. Feather stitch. Wow. You can see the way it's passing the needle and thread. And it's forming feather. Wow, this is lovely. I love this. You can do it. I know you can do it. I trust you. You can do it, my children. Wow. It's done with feather stitch. It's now doing stem stitch. Stem stitch. Stem stitch. In this stem stitch, you can notice that it draw a kind of, there's a kind of box drawn with pencil. So the stitch will be sewing the stitch in between the box drawn of the pencil that is being drawn there. You can see. Watch with me. You see what I'm showing you. Yes. Sewing it in between the box. Lovely. That is stem stitch. Stem stitch. Wow. She's done with stem stitch. Lazy dye dye dye. Lazy daisy. Are we there? Lazy daisy is another type of stitch and it's very, very unique. Lazy daisy. Very simple. You can do it. With this lazy daisy, you can use it to make a design on your already sewn cloth. You can use it to make a design on any craft you are producing. It's very, very unique. Yes. And make it to put make your work look so unique than other people's own. Lazy guy. Yes. Wow. You can see how the design came out. This one is seed stitch. Seed stitch. Seed stitch. This is another type of stitch. You can use it as well to make a design depending on what you want to sew. Yes, they are all called embroidery stitches or decorative stitches. Yes. Wow. Seed stitch. Seed stitch. Wow. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can do it. You can do it. Is it not, my children? We can all do it. Yes, let's move forward. With the aid of this video now, video clip, let us go to the types of seam. We have French seam, we have open seam, we have machine stitched seam, overlaid seam, run and fell seam, and so on. Now, what is French seam? French seam is made such that raw edge look invisible on the right side of the cloth. Do you understand? At the down of the clothes will look so invisible. You will know that it is being sewed. You won't see where the thread pass. That is French seam. Open seam is it is used mostly on children clothes anyway, trousers and other thick materials. Yes, I will show you the examples of all these seams. Do you understand? Overlaid seam is mostly seen on pockets, side seam, etc. All right, now run and fell seam. It is used for attaching lace, trimmings, or for underclothes. Do you understand? Let's look at this picture. This is open seam. You can see it has been sewed, but now they are using iron to open it. It has been sewed, but iron is being used to open the seam. Are you getting what I'm saying? This iron is, they are using iron to open the seam. Now this is French seam. This one has been sewed straight. It's a kind of design anyway. This one can be a kind of design. You can press it down and sew and get this one. This one we call overlaid seam. Do you understand? You can get it, press it down. When you press down the French seam and sewed it straight like this, you will get overlaid seam or run and fell seam. You can see run and fell seam here. This is run and fell seam. This one has been sewed inside and sewed inside. If you look at it, you will not know that it is being, so you'll be wondering how is it being sewed. These are the types of seams and the examples of seam as well. Now, let us look at the choice of seam. Now, before you make a choice on the kind of seam you want to use, you consider the material you want to sew. That is number one. Then the kind of style you intend to make. That is number two. The seam shape that you intend to design depending on your material. Do you understand? And the style you want to sew as well. Then the age of the person. Remember, the style you will sew for a child will be quite different from the style you will sew for an adult. That one is quite clear. The adult and the and the children, they are not going to have the same style so that the maturity will be there. Do you understand? You make your choice based on the style you want to sew and who you want to sew the clothes for. I believe with this, my video clip and my explanation, we're able to understand our second week topic, basic sewing processes too. Now, thank you and stay tuned we as we get ready for our third week topic. Yes, I still remain my humble self, Mrs. Oduma Vivian, your home economics teacher, the teacher that love creativity, skills, and love handiwork so much because look at me, the world is going towards skill acquisition. It's very soon, it will leave us on reading and writing, and it will now ask you, anybody will ask you, what can you do with your hands? That is why I always derive pleasure and joy in doing my handiwork. Now, with this, let us quickly go to our third week topic, which says production of clothing and household articles. 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 This is our third week 3 topic altogether. Yes. Now, at the end of this class, I want each and every one of you to know the definition of household article, mention the types of household articles, list the equipment materials for making household articles or crafts. Very important. Now, what is the definition of household article? Household articles are made for use in the home. They are also made as a hobby. It's something you can be doing at your leisure time, something you'll be doing to give yourself joy, that gives you joy. You say, I love knitting, you'll be knitting it and you'll be discussing, you'll be knitting it and you can be doing any other thing, watching another program on the television, but you are busy knitting with your hand. It is used in making money. You can use it to make money. Do you understand? In household articles, it can be bead making. It can be anything. It can be sewing. Yes, you can use anything to make money. Yes. But we have types of household crafts like apron, we have needlework, we have pillow sleeve, we have earrings, armrests, table mats, and so on and so forth. Now, apron. All of us knows what apron is. Apron is used to cook in our various kitchen. Yes, if you want to make a meal as a qualified chef, you have to put your shelf wear from the head to the down in order not to allow oil to splash on your cloth, and again to make the meal you want to prepare very presentable. Now we have needlework. Now let me show you some examples of this needlework. Now look at it. This is my knitting work. This is my table mat. Is another design of table mat. This is my hand glove. This hand glove, you can use it to bring out hot something, carry your hot, bring out hot pan from the oven. You can make it with your hand. This is my bag. Let us just call it a shopping bag. You can knit it. Knit any size of bag. Some do knit it for makeup, some do knit it for outing, depending on what you can knit this as cap, children cap. You can knit children cap, different size of it. I know of when in my place of work, me and my colleague, we do need cardigan, muffler, cap, stockings, and so on and so forth. We need so many things, and I know you can do it. It's very, very interesting. This is something you will be doing. You will not find it as in boring, you will like doing it the more. Now, these are the beads. We have wrist bead, we have neck chain, neck bead, we have earrings, we have different types of beads. You can decide to be making them and be giving to your neighbors, even to your teachers. I could remember one this thing we did. One practical we did, some students went home and produced their own beads, and they were on all the teachers. Ma, you have to buy my own. I bought and bought and bought, and I was like, wow, do you know why I'm buying it? The color combination of these little kids, very, very interesting. They tried. That gives me joy that what I taught them, they were able to practicalize it and carry it out. This is pillow sleep. That is where you put your pillow. This is a cloth where you put the main pillow. Now this is the pillow case. Do you understand? All this you can sew with your needle and thread. You can do it at home. You can do it yourself. After doing it, you say, I did it myself. Yes, all these are household crafts or articles we can do with our hands. Now let's look at the tools, equipment and materials for making household crafts. We talk of thread, talk of needle, pin, cotton fabric, or you can use calico. Any fabric around you that you think can suit what you want to do, you are free to use it. Yes, you talk of your scissors, very important, your measuring tape, your brown paper, if you need it, if your marker, your craft knife, your glue, and so on and so forth. All these, depending on what you want to do, you go for it. These are the equipment you can see in sewing tools. Do you understand? Now, when you see them, that does not necessarily mean that as soon as you bring out your sewing tools, you must use everything in it. No, you use the ones that are necessary to what you are about to produce. All right, my dear wonderful students, with this, I believe you must have learned a lot on the two topics we shared today, basic sewing processes 2 and production of clothing and household articles or materials. I believe you have learned a lot, and I pray that the Lord will keep on gracing your knowledge, give you the wisdom you need to know more in Jesus' name. All right, now I want to quickly advise you to go to your website. Please copy the comprehensive note of this topic. My dear, this is not the comprehensive note. This is just the preamble, what I drafted out to explain the notes for you. Please go to your line, key to your website, to the school website, then you get the comprehensive notes of this for this topic, week 2 and 3. And again, do the practicals that follows, because in our week 4 is purely practical. And I want to see your practical work when we resume. Yes, nice to stay with you, nice to speak with you again. I still remain my humble self, Mrs. Oduma Vivian. And I miss you all. Have a lovely day ahead. Thank you.